Let me show you how I do seamless ball caps to make it look so good under my wigs without using glue. Okay, so let's get started, y'all. So firstly, I like to jump off with my Isha Ultimate Hold Lace Spray. And I use this to sleek down the very front of my edges nice and flat. This is going to get it to stay down in place. Use this Ultimate Hold Spray. This Ultimate Hold Spray does exactly what it's supposed to do. Ultimately holds it in place. And then if you notice, I do have cornrows. Of course, the flatter your braids are, the flatter your bald cap will look. But 4 chunky braids for me is going to do exactly what I need it to do. Okay, so I'm just going to get this nice and smooth, and I want it to be nice and dry before I start anything with the actual cap. So yes, spray it, brush it back, and let it dry. This Ultimate Hold Spray dries very fast on its own, so I really didn't need a blow dryer for this part. If you feeling my vibe and you want to see more beauty, fashion, or videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Help your girl out. And if you want to be notified every time I drop a new upload, go ahead and turn on that notification bell so you do not miss out. Okay, so the cap of choice is very important. This is the cap that I'm going to use. This is a HD transparent wig cap. Now this is the comparison between the regular wig caps and this super see-through transparent one. So that's what I like to use. As you can see on my head, is very much see-through, and it's very sheer and very thin. So it makes the best for wig caps in my opinion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray down a nice layer just to give me a nice base, so that way the wig cap is not going anywhere. And again, this does dry very fast, but I will eventually hit it up with some heat just to dry it a little bit faster. Now, still talking about the wig caps, I know some people like to use all kind of different methods, pantyhose and knee highs and all kind of things that you can use. In my opinion, this is the best option because the wig caps is not too tight, so it's not going to suffocate your head like some of the pantyhose does, because it'd be super tight. And this is super thin, super easy to work with, and super affordable. So anyways, now that I have applied the spray throughout the perimeter of my head, I'm gonna go ahead and dry it. This is gonna be layer 1, as I said. Yeah, so I'm gonna get it nice and dry before I add a second layer. This is some good spray. It holds and it dries fast. So get it, y'all. I'm not gonna tell y'all to do something that I wouldn't do myself. And as you can see, I'm doing my ball cap with it because I really love this spray. So anyways, you want to make sure you spray on the hairline, aka perimeter of your hairline. Wherever you know the wig is going to be placed, that's where you're going to put the spray, because that's where your wig cap will be cut. So you're going to spray around your ear like you saw me do, because I'm going to be cutting the wig cap around my ear. So anywhere that is going to be cut off, you need to be spraying it, y'all, so that way it can stay in place when you cut it. So don't cut this wig cap in a straight line or like a U shape unless that's the hairline that you're going for. I'm actually matching up to my natural hairline because I'm gonna try my best for my wig to have a matching hairline to the shape of the one that I was born with. So that's where you see me applying the spray. Literally only the places my hair is, because I'm gonna match my wigs to my natural hairline. I hope y'all are picking that information up, what I'm telling y'all, so y'all don't be spraying it anywhere. You have to spray it where the hairline on the wig is going to be. Whatever the hairline of your wig is going to be, that's where you're going to spray it. You can put the wig on top of your head to give yourself a reference if you need to do so, but don't spray that spray in spots that it don't need to be sprayed at. Only spray it on the hairline where the wig is going to be. I'm going to say it over and over and over because that is something that you really need to pay attention to. Now that it's dry, I let it sit for a little bit. Now, I'm going into this palette, which I love. This palette has some options that I'm going to be choosing from. It always changes which one looks best on me at the time. I guess it depends on my sun exposure. So I'm dabbling a little bit on my forehead to see which one works best, which one blends the best in my skin. Got my option, wiped it off, and that's what I'm going to go with. I advise you to get this palette. This palette and every single item that I'm using is listed on my Amazon storefront and my LTK. Both of them will be listed in the description box, so you can go ahead and click it and get everything that I'm using. So as you can see, the color of the concealer that I went with, it looks really good. It matches my skin very well. Pay attention to the parts that I'm putting on the skin area. The part that's on the hair area, you're not going to see as much anyway, because the wig's going to be on top of it. Also, keep in mind that you will want to spread the concealer in all the places the wig will be parted. So if you're going to have some lace showing through, wherever the lace is going to show, you want to put some of this, okay? Make sure it's everywhere the lace is going to be. So this True Match powder foundation is the color that I use for my skin tone. So of course it should match me. So I always like to go in with a powder after applying any type of cream, makeup to anything, whether it's hair or makeup, because cream is going to be smudgy regardless. And this is just going to allow it to stay in place. It's going to give it a more permanent place on this wig cap, okay? And I always use setting spray just to get the cakiness of the powder off, and then I'm going to dry that a little bit. And after this finishes drying, y'all, because I don't want it to be wet at all, because this next step is it can get messy, so make sure you dry that. I'm going to take the same hairspray, okay, and I'm going to go along the perimeter of my hairline, and then I'm going to take the same blunt foundation brush and I'm going to push in that makeup. So the makeup sometimes likes to sit on top of the wig cap where the initial spray was, because it's like a barrier. So I use that spray and a brush to kind of brush it in, to kind of blend it into my skin a little more. Same thing I'm using with the back of the comb, is just to blend everything into my skin. I'm trying to press it in. I don't want the makeup sitting on top of the cap. I want it to go through the little holes, the little pores. Once I do a little dry check, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this on again, and I'm gonna apply some heat. And y'all, I am using warm heat. You can use cool. I wouldn't advise you to use hot, because hot might just help melt it or keep it from drying and get it sticky and messy. But I use warm on high heat. That's what I use. And if it starts to get too hot, I do press the cool button on my dryer, my hair dryer. So yeah, again, the hair dryer, everything, the shears, everything that I'm using is linked in the description box. Okay. So anyways, as you can see, I'm cutting it away in the shape of the hairline that I wanted. The excess that's in the back, I just tied it up, because there's always some extra in the back flapping around, y'all. So I just tied it in a little knot and I cut off the excess, y'all. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit more of this spray. This spray dries so fast, y'all. It gets like webby, like little spider webs it be reminding me of. It gets dry really fast, but I'm letting it dry up a little bit, and I'm only adding it to the very front tippy tip line and the front of the cap, y'all, just to make sure it's laid down absolutely flat, because sometimes when you cut off the cap, it starts to lift a little bit, because you do have to lift it up a little bit to cut it off your skin, to make sure you don't cut your skin. So yes, those little pieces that got lifted up a little bit, I use the rat tail comb to apply just a little bit of spray on there, and then I go ahead and dry it and flatten it down. Now that is the final step, and this is exactly what it comes out looking like. Very blended to my complexion and very flat and ready for an install. So this is the wig that I installed it with. Look at that. Okay, what? You don't see any cap. Everything look like skin. Everything is one color and smooth, child. Comment down below and let me know how this works for you.